Okay, good boy. Welcome to Sundays with Sean. I am Sean. Today is Sunday, and I'm thrilled to share a special place with you, one that holds deep meaning for me and countless others across our nation. Last week, my wife and I embarked on a pilgrimage to Gettysburg, commemorating the 160th anniversary of the historic battle. While it's only my second visit, Alyssa had never been before. We began our trip with a quick visit to the visitor center before setting off to explore the sights. Our first stop was the Leicester House, which served as General George Meade's headquarters during the Battle of Gettysburg. Currently standing in front of Meade's headquarters here at Gettysburg. It's pretty exciting. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. Yeah. Today's plan is we're going to drive around a little bit, see the sights, take some pictures, and then go from there. General Meade strategically chose the central location to ensure easy access to all parts of the front lines. On the evening of July 2nd, the House witnessed a crucial meeting between General Meade and 12 senior generals discussing the day's fighting and finalizing plans for July 3rd. After capturing a few photos, we strolled westward along the path. Before long, we found ourselves at the angle and the high water mark. This location holds immense historical significance as it marks the spot where the Union Army successfully defended Cemetery Ridge on July 3rd. I'm currently sitting on the angle, looking out towards Pickett's Charge and the field in which they crossed. And it's really amazing to see the scale of it and how much people would have to charge across open ground to get to this point where Union artillery and infantry were just shelling the entire area. It's really kind of surreal. The Union repelled Pickett's charge in less than an hour. The failed assault resulted in staggering losses, with around 5,500 Confederate soldiers killed, wounded, or captured, out of approximately 13,000 who participated in the charge. This moment marked the decisive conclusion of the Battle of Gettysburg. As I walked along Cemetery Ridge, I couldn't help but feel a lot of different emotions. It's impossible to not envision the harrowing scene that unfolded here. Lieutenant George W. Finley from the 56th Virginia Infantry eloquently described his experience crossing the wall at the angle, saying, "The bullets seemed to come from the front and both flanks, and I saw we could not hold the fence any longer. It seemed foolhardy to attempt to get back." One monument that particularly resonated with me was dedicated to the 26th North Carolina Infantry. One of my ancestors, Lieutenant Colonel John Thomas Jones, served in this regiment. Despite being wounded during the battle, he received high praise for his unwavering leadership, commanding his men and refusing to leave the field to tend to his wounds. After a solemn visit to Cemetery Ridge, we drove southward in hopes of visiting Little Round Top. Unfortunately, it was closed, but undeterred, we made our way to Devil's Den, where Alyssa fearlessly explored even as a light sprinkle of rain fell.
I would live in a cave. It's pretty cozy.
Yeah.
You just can't think about, like, the rocks.
The rocks falling.
Yeah. Or, like, flooding.
Yeah. At approximately 4 p.m. on July 2nd, Major General John Bell Hood's Confederate Brigade launched a relentless attack on Hawks Ridge, Devil's Den, and Little Round Top. After an intense 90-minute battle, Union soldiers were forced to retreat from Hawks Ridge and Devil's Den, regrouping near the wheat field and the base of Little Round Top. So with the reflective light meter that I'm using here, it's difficult in situations like this where it's real dark in some areas, but real bright in other areas. So this is where you have to use your photographer knowledge and sort of pick a middle ground between the highlights and the shadows. Since the sun is hitting the front part of the camera, I don't want it to create any lens flare, so I'm going to kind of stand off to the side but shield the lens with my shoulder.
I realized I could also do that with this camera so that I could actually see you.
Hey, all right. As the sun began to set, our final stop of the day was the wheat field. Alyssa and I took a few moments to reflect on our journey so far and prepared ourselves for the drive to the hotel. This concluded our adventures on our first day visiting Gettysburg.
It smells like a penny.